Hello, everybody. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Okay, let's see if anybody is going to join me today. Oh, I see some people. That's good. Okay. So today we're going to talk about mini slim cards. I wanted to do this yesterday, but I just knew that it would be too long of a video. And I really wanted to make sure that I was able to focus on this because it is a really cool size to work with. So I wanted to really focus on it and show you all of the products that are available for it because it's quite extensive. I didn't realize it was quite extensive until I really started organizing everything. And then I'm like, wow, there's a lot that you can do with a mini slim card. So we're going to focus on that today. And we are going to do a draw. And I was busy talking to my husband. And time got away from me. And I went, oh my gosh, do I have to start the live? So I haven't actually set up the draw yet, but we'll get there. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so what is a mini slim card? Okay, a mini slim card, the platform on the front of the card that you have to work with, it measures 3.5 by 6. So an A2 size card is 4.25 by 5.5. So a mini slim is a little more narrow and just a touch longer. So it's not dramatically different, but it is a really fun canvas to work on. In some ways, it's a little smaller because you don't have the width, so a little less to fill up. And I don't know, I just feel like you can have a lot of fun with it. So I have a bunch of samples here to show you, but what we're going to do first is cut a base for a mini slim card, just so you know how that all comes together. So 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. This is a 110 weight white cardstock. It's Nina. It's what I use for all of my mini slim or all of my card bases, whether it be A2, 5 by 7, it doesn't matter. So to cut a base for a mini slim card, you want to cut a piece that measures 6 by 7 and 6 by 7. So I'm going to go, I'm going to need my other trimmer. I always forget that. This trimmer doesn't measure past 6 inches. So I need my bigger trimmer, which I just have to get out here. And when I make mini slim cards, like my A2 size cards, I cut a bunch of bases all at once. And then I just have a little bin that I keep my card bases in. And that way I don't have to stop and cut every time I do something. Oh, hello, Shelby. I didn't give you a little code. Do you want to come in properly? I can send you a little, I'll invite Shelby. This way she can actually, there we go. She can be 2 scrapbook friends then. So let's see if she wants to join. Now I got to get back to my streamer. Okay, here we go. You don't really need to help me. I mean, I'm happy to have you come in, but whatever works for you. Okay, so yeah, I usually cut a bunch of bases all at the same time. And then that way they're ready. I just have to grab them. So you want to cut a piece that measures 6 inches by 7. So I'm going to go 6 inches this way. Okay. Now you don't get 2 bases out of an 8.5 by 11 card, but this will come in handy for lots of different things. So I never worry about that. And then this way we're going to go 7 inches. Okay, so these are my 2 scrap pieces that I have left over, and I never worry about wasting cardstock because I always am doing die cutting and other things, so that won't be a problem. I'm just going to put my trimmer on my shelf here. And there is our piece that we're going to use for our mini slim base. So now what we have to do is score it. And I like to use a scoreboard when I score my card bases. Mine is an oldie. This is a Martha Stewart one. But it still works, so I haven't replaced it. But there are similar boards exactly like this on the market. Altenew does one, and so does Gina K. So, oh, there you are, Shelby. So Shelby is now moderating under the 2 Scrapbook Friends name. So we're going to put this in here. And so my 7-inch length is across the top, 6 inches going this way. And you're going to score this at 3.5. Okay, and then that is going to fold in half, and that is your base for a mini slim card. So what you do after that is entirely up to you. It's just like any A2 size card. You've got your base now, so you can work directly on the front, or you can create layers and do all kinds of fun things with it. So that is the again, measurements to make the base for a mini slim card. So again, the front of it is 3.5 by 6. Yeah, he's fine. And then the actual piece that you cut is 6 inches by 7, and then you score it at the 3.5 inch mark. Any questions so far? No? It's clear as mud? Okay, so the mini slim products that you can use, that's where you can have a lot of fun with creating layers on top of your card and have some fun things to play with. Now, what sparked all of this for me was a new release from Tailored. And I didn't show this in the live yesterday because I wanted to really focus on these products. So they came out with 5 new dies that are designed specifically for mini slim. Now, they already have a lineup of products that they have created for mini slim, and I'm going to go through those first. So this is still going to be a secret. So the original release for mini slim was this. And look, I even made notes because I always forget what they're called. So the top one, these are just layering pieces that go on top of your card panel. So the top one here, it's called the Stitched Mini Slim Stacklets. And they would just be like your stitched rectangles that you would use for an A2 size card, only they are designed to fit on the front of a mini slim. So they just give you some stitching detail around the outside edge. So very basic and very functional. You can never go wrong with a stitched set of dies. So Shelby's saying if you type mini slim into our search bar, everything will come up, including envelopes. Woohoo! Yes, envelopes was another thing that I was going to address because you can't use an A2 size envelope, but there are envelopes for mini slim cards, and we do sell them at the store, and they're just white. We can get colored ones. If you go on to Tailored Expressions website and search mini slim, you're going to get all kinds of colored envelopes, and we can order those for you. It is a retail only item, but we do bring in those items for our customers all the time. So we can definitely do, oh, there's craft there too. Okay, good. So we have craft available as well, but we can order colored envelopes anytime that you want. It's not something that we stock, but we are happy to bring them in for you. So just keep that in mind. And we do that with any Tailored products. So if there's things that you're interested in that they have that you never see in our store, it could be because it's a retail only item, meaning that they don't sell it to stores, but we can buy it. We can just be a regular customer too. So we can help with all of that. But that's the mini slim stitched mini slim stacklets, and then they have the petite scallop mini slim stacklets. Okay, now I'm going to show you a card where I've used those two together. So you can see that we've got the petite scallop in the background, and then I've got the stitched rectangle on the top. So they are meant to go together, but you can use them separately as well. But it just gives you that option to layer your card mats in different colors and pop things up and do all kinds of fun things. And it fills in the front of your mini slim panel, just like you would in an A2 size card. And it's a really nice canvas to work on, like size wise. So that's what those two look like. And they were kind of like the original releases. That's this and that's this. And they, again, pretty basic shapes and very functional. So that's a good place to start. Then they got really crazy, and they came out with the mini slim postage stamp stacklets because the postage thing got really popular, and they had all the A2 size products. So they thought, well, why not do it for mini slim as well? So they came out with that, and then they came out with the diagonal stitched mini slim stacklets. So these ones on the top, they create a mat with that postage edge. You get a couple different sizes, and then you get these middle ones here too. They just Often if there's extra metal, they'll create smaller sizes. They work nice for sentiments and smaller images as well. So you can use them for all kinds of things. And then the diagonal stitched ones, they don't actually cut anything. They just make an impression in your paper that does that diagonal stitch. And it's a really nice way to frame things or create a focal point around something. So again, you get the two sizes that will fit the mini slim panel nicely. And then these ones are smaller ones that you can use for sentiments and other things. So that is what they came out with next. And then along with this one, they came out with a stencil that masks off the interior area of that mini slim section where you can ink blend. And what's going to happen when you do that is when you ink blend, the edges are going to stay white if you cut it out of white paper, but anything inside the stitching you can ink blend on, and it's going to create a nice sort of frame around your work, which is really awesome. So, and this mini slim stencil is an 8.5 by 11 stencil, but it has all the masking for all of the different pieces. Now, I didn't check to see if everything was in stock, and I will be very transparent and say to have all of these items in stock all at the same time is nearly impossible. It's just really hard to do because we might have some of them in stock, and then, people go on a little bit of a shopping spree, and I've already placed an order. And then by the time the order comes, a couple of other things are sold out. So it's just really tricky to have everything in stock all at the same time. So hopefully you're making some notes. If you don't see it on the online store, just shoot us an email. We'll make sure that we add it to our order list, and we can notify you when it's back in stock. So building your collection slowly is not a bad thing. And I'm going to try to show you what most of these things look like. So those are the 4 basic original kind of pieces for the mini slim line before they did the last little release. I'm going to put my notes back on here so I remember what they're called in case I have to go back to them. So back to this. This is where they came out with the new products. So I went ahead and I cut some of these out because they are brand new, and we didn't have any samples basically with them on there. So this one on the top is called the Cross Stitch Mini Slim Stacklets. So this one is very much like this one here, the diagonal stitched one that I showed you, where it doesn't actually cut anything, but it does make an impression. So here is a panel that I have used the cross stitch stacklet on, and you can see that it just creates the stitching around your panel. It doesn't actually cut anything. And it is a really nice option to have. So all I did was, this is the same size as my card front, and that would cover the whole front panel. And then I've added the stitching by putting that die over. So there is 2 different size dies. And then they have, 3, there's a smaller one here. And then they have the 2 rectangles in the middle. And again, these smaller ones can be used for lots of other things that you might have in your stash. So, that is the Cross Stitch Mini Slim Stacklets, and that's how that one looks when you cut it out. And then they came out with this one here, the Mini Slim Frame in Frame. So the A2 size cards have several frame in frame products. They're very, very popular. And so they've come out with something for the Mini Slim as well. So in this package, you receive 2 different frames. So these are actual frames. They're not mats. They actually cut out a frame. So when I say frame, I mean a frame. Okay. So that's what you're going to get. So 2 large ones. And then they have the 3 small ones, which are super cute. So this one is the second one in, and you can see that it does that stitching detail on the middle of the frame as well. And these are really great if you want to work right on the front of your card, or whether you want to work on a panel. Let me just find my panel. And you can even like mix and match them together. So this one has the stitching around the outside that I just put in. And then there is a frame that's layered over top. And you can see how they're kind of designed to work all together. You know, they just all mix and match really nicely together. Now I see a question. So thus, second sheet builds on the second you showed. Julie, I'm not sure what your question is. If you could just give me a little more detail, I'm happy to answer it. So I'll watch for you to type something, but you can see here how these go together. And then I did cut out the small little frames too, just to give you an idea of what those look like. And I just think there's so much potential for this. Whether you're doing layouts or whether you're doing cards, any kind of frame die is super fun to work with. So that is what the little frames look like. And I mean, you can use these to put little critters in. They can be peeking out. You can use them for postage options. There's just so many fun things. So that is what this set here does. And again, that's called Mini Slim Frame in Frame Cutting Plate. Hey, everybody, there's lots of people still rolling in. I'm glad you took some time and are going to join us. So that is that one. And then we have the Mini Slim Wavy Stripe Cutting Plate. Now, this one is rather exciting. I cut it out. Hang on, I gotta find it. Right here. So this one, I'll bring my tray over. This one cuts out a panel like this. Isn't that cool? Again, looking at it like this, you might think, rectangles sit foundation and the frame sit. Yes, they do. Yeah, a lot of they're all kind of mixed. You can kind of mix and match all of them together. It's a very cohesive system. It really does work very well. Tammy's saying too many lives, craft dinner for the next month. I know, I'm sorry. There's just so much stuff to talk about and share. So this one here, I actually had created a slideshow yesterday. I'm just going to see if I can quickly bring it in because there is a slide that I want to share with you. Oh, it might already be here. Slide 4, I think that's this. Let me just see if this will pop up quickly. And I'm not even sure if this is the right one. Just forgive me if it's not. I know this was some of the Gina K stuff from yesterday. They started and didn't really get. No, it's not in that one. Okay, so remove that. Okay, and then let's see. Let's see if I can pull it up. I know I have a slide already made. Oh, maybe it's this one. This is the tailored stuff. I should have been better prepared, but I kind of got away from it. That's all the disco stuff. Then we went into that. Okay, maybe I didn't actually pull it in. I guess not. Okay, so let's remove that. Because I really wanted to show you how this one worked. Give me 1 second here because I know I can pull it in really fast. Well, maybe not really fast, but pretty fast. I think I started a 5th slide. But if not, I can add it into here really fast because I am just fast like that. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to pull in this image. See, this is the beauty of technology. Oh, Cooper's going to keep you entertained. We're going to bring in this one. Okay, and we're going to bring in this one. Yes, this is the beauty of technology now. We can actually create on the fly. I do prefer to be very organized when I do this, but I really think this is something you need to see. Okay, so now we're going to bring this slideshow in. Oh, I first better save that. Okay, there we go. It's saved. Okay, let's try this again. So we're going to bring this in. And it's going to be pretty fast. Sorry. We were really busy last night with the Gina K release and even this morning. So I didn't have quite as much time as I wanted here. Okay, it's processing. It's coming. It's coming. Cooper is pretty adorable. He is, he's old. He's 18. Okay, see here? Here we go. Okay, so that's not the slide I want to show you, but let's just go to the next one. This is the slide I want to show you. How fun is this plate with that scene? Now, this, the houses that you're seeing there is an older set from Tailored. I believe we can still get that. It's a stencil that does all of these houses, and then there's a matching die that you can cut them out. But there are many, many village scenes on the market, and they would work just as easily with this. So any kind of scene building, this kind of a die is really cool. So you can cut it out like this, and then these pieces you can reinsert back in, either in another color or whatever you want to do to create snow hills, sand hills, water hills, like water waves or whatever. So I really love this one. And looking at it in the package like this, it doesn't really do it justice. So I really wanted to be able to share with you what types of things you could do with this. So I really love this. And I'm looking forward to creating some scenes with this. I actually have that village set that we're looking at right there, and I've never used it. I know, terrible. But it's definitely a cool one. And I want to, when I saw this, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm getting it out. Oh yeah. Any kind of the lawn fawn stuff, like all of those sets that you can do all the scene building with, this type of a die is spectacular. So definitely don't rule that one out. And I think in this particular case, the vertical format of the mini slim is going to work best for this. I don't know going horizontally what you would do with it. And I'm sure designers are going to figure it out. But it's a pretty cool concept. So I love this die. I think it's really cool. So that is this one, the mini slim wavy stripe. And then, oops, let's do this one first. So they came out. So in the A2 size, they have a series of dies called All Planned Out. And they have decided to do some of those with the mini slim as well. So they've come out with All Planned Out 1 and All Planned Out 2. So I'm going to show you those. So that's what created for those cards on display. Possibly. Oh yes, Tammy, 100%. So you can, like Tammy was just saying, with this particular set here, you could cut the panels out again in glitter cardstock, and that could be your snow. So there's so much potential. And again, I'm showing you a holiday themed card, but don't limit yourself to holiday because these could be sand. They could be roads. They could be hills of grass. They could be water. They could be all kinds of things. So definitely think multi-seasonal. It's one of those basic dies that you can just do so much with. Okay, so All Planned Out 1 is right here. This is All Planned Out 1. So All Planned Out 1 is really kind of cool because it sort of mimics a little bit like the postage collage from Waffle Flower. So it doesn't have stencils and things to go with it, but it does divide your card front into sections, and you can create little scenes or messages in each one of those sections. So I do like that it divides it all up. And then of course, all the pieces that pop out of here, you also get that popping out. Okay. But then they also give you nesting dies for all of the sections as well. So what you can do is these pieces have popped out of the insides here, like so. Okay, so that's the piece that comes out of there. But then they give you additional dies. So in this case, it would be this one here that you can cut out and layer on top of that. So you can create a multi-layer effect. And we all know by creating layers on your cards, it just elevates them each time you do it. It just gives it more dimension and more visual. Like it's very visual appealing when you definitely like when you layer all the things up. It's awesome. So this die set comes with the die to do the frame, and then all the pieces will pop out when you do that, and then you get additional dies to layer on top of those pieces, and then they threw in 3 hearts as well, just to fill in that you can use. So that's the All Planned Out 1, and then they came out with All Planned Out 2, which is this one here. And this one is a favorite because of this nice chunky scalloped background. So we did talk about the mini slim, which gives you multiple layers in the tiny little petite scallop. But this one is a nice chunky one. And here is what happens when you cut out this nice chunky scallop. Look at how beautiful that is. And it comes with the stitching. And then I'll just grab my panel. I know it's white on white, but it'll just give you an idea, and see how it nests perfectly on top. Let's get rid of this slide. actually the first slide shows that mini scallop. There you go. So on this slide here that you're seeing, it's that same village. It is using the cross stitch panel to add that stitching along with this one. And then in the middle, they've used that masking piece that is for the postage one. They've layered that on top of this. And then they've masked off the outside area and they've just stenciled on the inside. So really, really cool how, again, all of these things mix and match so nicely. But that nice chunky scallop will fit perfectly on the front of your mini slim panel, allowing the back to show through. So that creates a layer. And then you can use your cross stitch panel or maybe even a frame. You know, you can layer up your frames. You can do all kinds of fun things with these products. And you can create windows, shakers, all kinds of things. Okay, so somebody said they have never bought Tailored Expressions until yesterday. Well, you are missing out because there's so many great things with Tailored Expressions. So that's the one big die that's in this one. But then you also get dies to cut out these stitched windows. Okay, so you get 3 of those. And then there's also dies to layer on top of those. So you can layer a plain piece on top. And then they also give you dies to cut out the words love, wish, and hey. So you also get those in this one too. So it's a pretty fun little system. And these are just designed as basics that you can work with and build scenes and so on from your mini slim base. So those are the 5 new ones. Okay, we'll run through them again. There's all planned out 1 and 2. Okay, now let's get rid of this slide so you can actually see everything I'm doing here. Remove. There we go. Okay, so all planned out 1 and 2. And then we've got that mini slim wavy stripe, which I think has so much potential. And then we have the frame and frame, which again, you can see how valuable those frames are and how they mix and match and layer together with all of the other pieces. And then we have the cross stitch mini slim stacklets. And that's the one that just puts that cross stitch into the pattern. So again, that is just the 5 new ones. And then we have the 4 originals that I just shared earlier. And then we're not done yet. Then our friends at Waffle Flower, they came out with their postage collage system, which is extra cool for A2. But then they also came out with a mini slim platform as well. So let me just pull out my, here it is somewhere. I have it. Oh, here it is. Mini slim line postage collage in the mini slim size. And then they also have the masking stencil that blocks off each area and allows you to blend and just keep your blending within the shapes. And then all of these pieces with the postage collage can be cut apart and you can have individual postage stamp options with those too. Now, I do have some samples that I have pulled out of my stash. I really love the mini slim size and I work with it fairly frequently. So I'll try to point out the products in my samples. So this one here is Tailored Expressions products. So this here, they have a little mini postage release. So we've carried that probably now for 2 years. I don't know how much of it we have in stock, but they come with these little postage stamps, and then there is a die you can get for that. That's what I use to decorate. It's not part of the mini slim category, but it's excellent for this kind of a card. But here you can see those basic stitched and the mini scalloped, and that is on the mini slim platform. So that is that one. So Mary's saying, I have nothing in slimline or mini. Okay, so my personal opinion about slimline is it's too big. Slimline was actually released first, and that is much longer. Finding envelopes is harder. It's a very big canvas to fill. I guess if you really love building scenes, you can certainly jump into that. There's not as much available anymore for the slimline size, but mini slim, there definitely is. You can certainly make it work, but I do really like the mini slim platform. It's pretty awesome. Are these available now? Yes, Tammy, they are. Now, again, we had a very big shopping day yesterday. I did a live and people were shopping for all kinds of things. We're just busy all the time. So again, if you're not finding what you're looking for, just shoot us an email and we will make sure we notify you when it's back in stock, because I have a big tailored order, 2 big tailored orders on the way, and I have another one going in today. So they are one of our top companies for sure. And they have such great products. So that's sample number 1. Now this one here, okay, there's a funny story behind this one. So I created this for a live, and I created it with my son's birthday in mind. He has a July birthday. So I thought it would be kind of fun to do like a Canada theme for him. I never gave it to him because I loved it so much. I thought, no, you're not getting it. I'm like, no. So I still have it in my stash, but I used the waffle flower mini slim postage collage to create this. And that's the only die I used from waffle flower. It's really fun to work with the postage collage because you can create with the things that you already have. You don't have to have mini slim specific things. And you can see that when I did blend the background, I did use this block stencil when I did it. It goes this way. I covered up each section with the block stencil. So see how it covers up the dots and it masks off the areas just inside of that. So that if I wanted to actually cut out each section, I could, but I just left it as a whole panel. And then I did use, in combination with the waffle flower postage collage, I used the mini slim stacklet from waffle flower, and I cut my own panel to go in behind to have it pop off. So I've actually got 3 layers there. And then of course I have all the fun things on top. Now I'm seeing some questions. What envelope fits the mini slim? So if you search mini slim on our website, you will see that we have mini slim envelopes available. I've not actually measured it, but if you measure your card base, which happens to be 3.5 by 6, you can search and find out what envelopes are available that would fit that. Also, if you have an envelope board where you can create your own envelopes, there's also sizes on there for that. Oh, yeah. So you guys are really getting into this because you're right, Judy. Lots and lots of stamps and dies have small images, especially nowadays. And they all fit nicely into the postage collage thing. So it's very, very, very cool. Oh, so Shelby's put up the envelope size right there. Perfect. Thank you, Shelby. So that's that one. And here is one where I have created a vertical version. And this, so you can see that diagonal stitched die. That's the one that I showed you over here that doesn't actually, let's get rid of my notes here, that doesn't actually cut anything, but it puts that beautiful stitching into your background, which really creates a nice focal point for images. So again, really different looks on all 3 cards, but they are all on a mini slim platform. So whether you like florals, something fun and whimsical, anything goes, just like any other card platform. So that is, and these are older Tailored Expressions products as well. I'm not sure of the names of them all. One of these are Garden Variety, something or other. I don't have notes in my stuff anymore, but again, take a screenshot if you're interested, if you don't know the names of things, and just send it to us. And even this sentiment set is so cool. But those are all tailored products. Here's another one that I created this way. It's on a vertical platform. So this was for a live, and I used that mini slim petite scallop in the background there. And then I did a really fun technique with these envelopes and had my sentiment going this way. So again, really fun card to make. This one was also for a live. So again, I've combined, no, I did not combine. So this is the postage stacklets from Tailored. And then I just cut my own panel to go on the top, added some snowflakes, and bam, you're done. This one I created a long time ago, but it's a favorite. I love creating this card. It's really fun. I actually cased it off of Tailored's fan group. So somebody made a card like this and I just loved it. I had all the products, so I decided I was going to make it. And again, that's those 2 basic dies for the base. And then I just built things on top of that. And then this one is created with a triple slim stencil. And it was actually a fall stencil. And this is another one that I cased. We haven't talked about those yet. Off of the fan group. It was several years ago I did it, and I can't even find the post anymore. And I can't give these cards away because if I ever want to recreate it, I definitely need this as my sample. But this is created using the stitched stacklets from Tailored, but it's using a stencil. And what do I do with my stencils? Oh, here they are. Called a triple slim stencil. And they're very much like the quad stencils that they came out with for A2 size cards, but these are meant for mini slims. So you get a set of stencils, and in there you do each panel, and you end up with 3 panels that when they're completed are the size for a mini slim card. So this is the Falling for You one, and you can see the 3 panels that it makes. Again, it's designed for fall, but somebody took it and they used Christmas colors, and I fell in love with it. And I created the cards very similar to what they did, and I made it into Christmas, and I love it. So every time I pull these out of my stash, I'm like, ooh, I need to make more of those because I really love them. So, but it created all 3 panels at one time, and then you can go from there. Now, I don't have all of the triple slim stencils, but I do have some that have been really popular. So this one here is called Hearts in Bloom, and it makes these 3 panels when you stencil it all out. And then they're all in the mini slim size. And then the last one that I pulled out was a birthday one. This one's called Celebrate, and it makes these 3 panels in a mini slim size, and they're perfect for birthdays. So it's a great one to have as well. So they do have, they're called triple slim layering stencils. And again, I encourage you to go onto the Tailored Expressions website and search their triple slim and see what they have. We don't carry every one that they have. We kind of carry them when they first come out, and then a little while after, and then we move on to something else. So, but we can always order, things from Tailored. So, and we're ordering like every other day. So definitely let us know if there's things that you are interested in. Okay, so that is my mini slim spotlight. So tons of ideas, tons of potential, and tons of products that support the mini slim size. So again, the new ones, I haven't created anything with them yet because we just got them. So, but they're all in my stash. So you will see things pop up periodically. Amanda was here on Monday, and she was collecting a bunch of things to do some creating for samples for the store. And she wanted to take all these new dies with her. And I'm like, no, I'm doing a spotlight. You can't take them yet. So she's itching to get her hands on them so that she can start using them for cards that she's creating as well. Does anyone have any questions that they would like to ask before we sign off? I'll just wait a minute. We're also going to do a draw, which I also did not get set up because I was so busy. But while we wait for questions, I'm going to quickly set that up because it really doesn't take very long for me to do that. And we're going to give away a $10 gift card today because I think you're going to need it to buy mini slim products. And I just think it is a great little giveaway, just incentive for you to stop by and check out our lives. And if you're watching this on replay, unfortunately, the draw will already be over, but hopefully you can catch another, hang on, I'm typing. Another live with us. Because they are worth coming to. You learn a lot of things. Okay, well, hopefully, Joanne, I have reminded you about Mini Slim because they are fun. I'm just going to share my screen here. I have to pick what we are going to share. No, I don't want to share that. Why isn't it showing it? Oh, come on. Of course, it's going to be stubborn now. Well, why? It works all the other times. It's not letting me share my screen. Okay, well, it won't let me share my screen, but I do have the giveaway tool set up. Maybe if I move it over here, maybe it will allow me to do it then. Let's try one more time. Share screen. No, it's not going to let me do it. Okay, well, maybe I have too many windows open. Doesn't matter. I have... Okay, so... I don't want to click that. Okay, I just won't be able to share it, but I can tell you who the winner is going to be. Okay, well, why won't it let me do it? Okay, it doesn't matter. I won't worry about it. Okay, you're going to trust me? Okay, thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to pop up a banner. Okay, so our keyword this time is mini slim. Oops, wait, I got to change this. I did it wrong. Yeah. S-O-I-N. What? Go away. Okay, so that is our keyword. So when I tell you, I want you to start typing this in the comments. Okay, I'm going to hit start collecting. Okay, so now you can start typing that keyword, mini slim, all one word, in the comments. And we'll give that a minute, and then I will do the draw. Unfortunately, it won't let me share my screen, but that's okay. Okay, guys, are you typing? Oh, here we go. Thank you. So make sure it's all one word, no spaces, and we will get people in for the draw. Okay, good. It's tallying. That's a good sign. Okay, people are typing. That's good. Hopefully you learned something. And I introduced you to some fun products because Mini Slim is just such a great platform to work on for sure. Okay. So I'm just going to give you another like 15 seconds, and then we're going to do the draw. And somebody's going to win a $10 gift card. So when you win, I'm going to pop our email address up on the screen, and then you have to email us and let us know you were the winner. And then once I get that email, then I will respond to that with the information about your gift card. Okay. So you have to remember to email us. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the draw. So I'm hitting the word draw now, and it's doing its scramble thing. And hopefully it's going to be a name I know, because if it isn't, okay. So I can tell by the @. Okay. So Deborah McNeil, 1896. You are our winner, Deborah McNeil. So you are going to want to email the store. So I'm just going to get rid of this banner and pop up our email address. So there it is, twoscrapbookfriends@gmail.com. And that is where you're going to email and say, I am the lucky winner from today's live stream about the mini slims. And then we will respond to that probably later on today. And I will send you your gift card information. Okay. And I'm sorry I couldn't get the screen share thing to work. I don't know. That's the punishment I get for not doing it. Oh, there she is. Awesome. Yes, I know you know the email address. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't get that to work. It's because I didn't have it set up ahead of time, I think. But that is my bad. Okay, well, that is it for me. I'm going to pack up all my things, and I'm going to head into the store for the day. So maybe I'll see some of you there. If not, thanks so much for tuning in, and we will be back again soon.